Hi all and welcome to my Diablo 4 update in the past 5-6-ish days since I did my last video. That was a multi-game episode. I won't be doing another one of those. I'm going to split the games down into 3 different videos, one for each game I've played or one for each game I've spent a majority of time in for the past week, and do it that way. Also, please note I'm going to be changing my brand again. The Raven was nice, but it's not. I don't feel comfortable with that, so I'm going to be looking into things, and that'll be changed over the next few days / week or so. Enough of that. Let's get into D4. So I've now got one of each class. I have just literally done my mage, Sorc, whatever you want to call it. So we're going to skip the campaign on this character, stay in Adventure 1 and get in the game. Just wait for it to log in. Still the worst bit about this game is trying to do all the different characters, and hopefully you don't get lag. I'm going to turn the sound off as well because I find it distracting when I'm recording videos. So that's the first thing we're just going to do quickly. Boom. Right, there we go. So let's get into the MTX on this one. We've got Warlord plate, exceptional gloves, Warlord leg plates, brogans for the boots. And on the back, I have no idea where I got this from, but I got this back piece. It says returning champion, so that must be one of the Twitch drops, I'm assuming. For the horse, the mount. Let's go outside so we can mount up. Actually, I'll go to the stable master. I should have put the character near the stable master. Actually, it would have been helpful. There we go. Right, so I've gone with the light bearer mount, which as you can see is a pre-order mount. For the armor, I've got the Kejistani barding, which was a drop, and for a trophy, I've got Trade Consortium Strongbox, which I think is also a drop. So that's the mount. Skills, I've got all the paragon, not the paragon points, the ability points from the rep I've done on my account. So we've got the max amount of points. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think it's 7, 8. Yeah, I think it's 10. Yeah. So I've got the 10 extra skill points there, and I'm doing a kind of my own build. I don't like Frost because I've been told it relies a lot on crowd control, and I can't be bothered with that. So I've gone a little bit on my own. I've got Firebolt here, enhanced and glinting. We've got 2 ranks in Fireball, enhanced and greater. We've come down, we've taken teleport, although I've yet to use it. But as I said, I did the first bit of the campaign where you go into Kayavashad, and then I skip campaign. That last little bit is kind of cool just to get a feel of how the character is going to go with the skill choices. Same with Frost Nova. I've gone the typical mystical Frost Nova for the vulnerable bit, and then we've got 2 points in Hydra, 1 in enhanced Hydra, and we're going to go into summoned Hydra next. In fact, I should have done that instead of putting 2 points in there, but never mind. And then we're going to come down here and get some other stuff. I'm kind of winging the build. I don't know what's going to happen, but that's the Sorc. Yeah, this will be the last one to put any sort of leveling investment in. Wait for the change. There we go. I haven't done anything on my Druid. We're just going to skip campaign on her as well. Just log in to get that change done. We'll do a quick MTX wardrobe. I keep saying MTX. It's not bra, it's the wardrobe. There we go. Let's go and find... oh no, we need to do the wardrobe. That's why I didn't turn it to Stable Master. Okay, so we haven't got a helm on again. So we've got the Jazzerant Mail. We've got Doom Gauntlets, Shussers, Brogans again, because it kind of goes with the outfit. For the items, we've gone with a Demolisher Hammer at the moment. 2-handed Bludgeon at the moment. And we haven't got a back trophy on because I haven't put the... No, I don't like that. I haven't put the wolf pack on, I forgot to. And then we're going to save that. There we go. This horse hasn't... I don't know if have I done a mount for this character yet? I don't think I have. Doesn't look like it. Let's go and do a mount then, live on the video. And I've finally got some more ability points sorted out. I don't know what I'm going to do with this druid yet. I don't know how I'm going to level it yet. Right, so we've got the standard mount. Let's find one. I think we'll go for the mottled steed. That looks quite okay. Or we're going to go for the old Nell. Yeah, let's go for old Nell. It's kind of a Shamany Druid thing, isn't it? Have we got any nature? Oh, do we go to Scosglen? Yeah, I think so. Get the reindeer looking horse there. And trophies. Let's go for the Cry of Vushava. That looks pretty good. There we go. That's the Druid horse done. Boop. I like the trophy. The trophy turns up first. I love it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing this one. I think I went with Storm Strike. What's this one going to be? Oh, this looks like it's going to be the cat thing. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I'm going to need to look into that. I'll probably respec when I get there. That's a Druid. Necromancer. I can't remember what I'm doing with my Necromancer. We're going to skip campaign on him as well. This is going for more of a rich half vampire look. Very distinguished. Very in the money kind of feel. I'll get to the wardrobe in a minute. All the characters I've got a certain theme. I keep saying shaman, sorry. The druid is very naturalistic, furs and such stuff. I haven't really thought of the Sorc, I just went with what looks good. So on Necromancer, as I said, we've gone for very goldy look almost, very gold and prestigious, but old because it's timeless. So we've got Adventurer's Helm, Adventurer's Tunic, Adventurer's Gloves, Adventurer's Pants and Adventurer's Boots, simply because they've got this nice gold effect, although it's a little bit worn and you can't really get much better than that. Of the items, we've got the two-handed sword there, although I think I've got some new stuff, so I might be looking into those at some other point. That looks weird. That looks better. I do like that. I like the Gothic blade. What else have we got? Flamberge? No. No, definitely not. Yuck. That looks more ceremonial. No, that looks wrong. That looks old. That looks too dark. That looks cack. I do like the Gothic blade. We'll do that. We'll go for the Gothic blade. We'll overwrite that. There we go. We're not going to have a back trophy on this one. And I've got a new mount that I need to put on this character. I haven't played the Necromancer since I got the drop, which I believe is the horse that a lot of people are after, based on some other things, videos I've been watching from various content creators, which is the Spectral Charger. There we go. That looks pretty cool, and that will choose me to choose a different mount armor. So I'm not sure what we're going to go for. I'm going to keep the banner because the banner looks cool. Now see, that looks wrong with the thingy on there. That looks weird as well. No, I think we'll just stay with the Hellborn carapace actually on the mount, or nothing. No, see, that just looks too cheap. We'll go for the Hellborn carapace. There we go, and the banner. There we go. That's that mount. Build wise, again, I'm not sure what I'm doing on this character. It's been a while since I've played this character. I think I'm going for a bone build, but I've seen a couple of videos for other builds and they look more interesting to me. I know there's a blood build for leveling, which doesn't do a lot of damage or less damage than bone, but you know, I don't know. When I get around to leveling character, I'll look into leveling builds and go from there. The Barb, we are now level 50 on the Barb. This one was the story character. It's now finished the story. I didn't skip any scenes. I managed to make it all the way through the story without skipping any cutscenes. And I have to say, the last portion of the campaign is very boring and takes too long. I got to the point where I just wanted it to end. Yeah, I was just bored by the end of it. This is a leveling whirlwind build, but I was looking for different barb builds. I'll go up to the wardrobe because we did it with all the other characters, so we're going to do it on this one. This one is I just went for a gladiatorial look, really, and at the time we settled on etched helm, exceptional armour, exceptional gloves, warlord leg plates and heavy boots. As for the weapons, we've got the great hammer there, we've got the gothic blade as well. Again, I should say, got the barbed sword in that hand, and that's a military sword. They should both be military swords, actually. There we go. That's how it should be. Confirm. That's it. And again, nothing on the back trophy now. Which slot is this? That should be that one. Yeah, that's it. I've got one for sword, one for polearm, and one for axe. Just because it's just easier, and I've got a ton of money. Well, I've got 8 million gold, which I know once you get to tier 4 is not a lot. But, you know, for the mount, we're just going to go down to the stable master. I know this is why you're probably not watching the video, but it's what I choose to cover at the moment. So, for the mount, we have got the Mother's Guidance mount, the demon one. We've got the comparison of faith thing, and then we've gone for the decaying shaman's skull for the barb. So we are level 50. We are in world tier 3, so now I'm going to be chasing down all of the dungeons and the side quests, and basically getting 100% on Fractured Peaks like I've got on my rogue. And then we're going to work through to Scosglen, get 100% on that, etc, 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 which is why these areas are very not done at all, simply because by the time I got into Dry Steps I was bored with the campaign. I just felt it goes on so long. I mean, Cavershad is really nice, I like that bit. Scosglen is quite nice, Dry Steps was quite good, but then when you get down to Haziar, the last bit, it's just like, ugh. I think it's because in the campaign there are certain spots where you don't get to stop. You can't portal, there are no waypoints, and it's just like an hour and a half where you can't really take a long break. Well, you can, but if you get DC, I don't know what would happen. I assume you'd have to do the whole section again, which then forces you to play for about an hour and a half, near 2 hours, before you can get to a place where you can actually stop safely. I hate it. I hate it when games like that. So, abilities wise, this is a pure leveling whirlwind build. So I've gone with lunging strike into combat lunging for the berserk. I don't have enough crit yet to make well, the bleed. I don't like bleed. It's that simple. I want to see things die. I don't want to stand there and wait for things to die. I want it dead. Not only that, berserk does that, and then I can go into whirlwind and do a ton of damage. We've got whirlwind, typical whirlwind there. We've taken 3 points into pressure point. We come down, we've got 5 points into rallying cry, enhanced and tactical, with 1 point in imposing presence for the extra life. We've got challenging shout, the normal bits there. We've got war cry there. We've got 3 points in boom, raid leader and guttural yell. We've come down, put a point into aggressive resistance as a travel node. 3 points in prolific fury. Again, it's a standard leveling whirlwind build. 3 points in Pit Foiter, 3 points in No Mercy, 1 point in Hamstring, just to get the slow from the technique. Then we've got Call of Ancients, 3 points into Duelist, because that way when I'm using Lunge, my attack speed is redonkulous and I get my resource back really quickly, so I can go back into Whirlwind. Heavy-handed, because Whirlwind is using two-handed. And then I have got Unconstrained because Unbridled Rage is I don't like it, and I agree with Don the Crown. And after a bit of testing, I think it's just a wasted thing. The resource management on Barb is already horrendous until you get way into the end game. So yeah, Paragon points. These are just the points I've got from doing all the rep and renown. So I've just come straight up here, grabbed a glyph just to throw in there at the moment. I didn't know glyphs were character specific, which is annoying. I think they should be account wide. But and if it's a level 15 one, just lock it out to a level or something, rather than just, you know, you've got to go and find them all again. It's expertise wise, we are currently using the two-handed sword expertise, so we've got the bleed on there, which then makes some crowd control somehow. I can't remember, but that's what the build guide said, and I've chosen all the points other than the 3 in and the bleed on lunge. So that's that. That is the build. I'm not going to do gameplay because I really don't like this character. I don't like Barb. I hate the fact that over 75% of my character is not actual skills, it's shouts to give me stuff. Now, if all these stats that these 3 shouts give me are things that I need to make the Barb work, then they should be built into the character as standard, and then the shouts should be replaced with something else. Every single character should not be forced to taking these 3 shouts. Every single build I've looked at has these 3 shouts on it in endgame. Every single one. So at which point, it's like, well, if every single build in endgame needs them, then the character class should have that. And they should have different other things they can use. I went looking for a build that didn't include shouts. There isn't any, which instantly put me off Barb straight away. So that's Barb. Currently looking to do that. Yeah, I've got lots of world tier 3 to do on that one. And then we're going to my rogue, which I'm a little bit disappointed with. I was hoping to be in world tier 4 by now, but I'm not. I don't really want to try the 70 dungeon. I'm doing most of this solo because groups annoy me. So let's get into, like the other ones, we will get into the, why have I only got, I should have 3 charges. 1. Have I changed my boots? No, 3 charges, perhaps I pissed into my sauce. Anyway, so the idea with this character is it's like an assassin type character and nothing should be recognisable, and this hasn't taken my look. Why is the sword not the same? Thank you. That's why I have slots. So the idea is, it's even called Nobody Shadow, so the idea is supposed to not stand out at all. So we've got the blacks. I would have preferred dark green because it's more blending in and people don't really look for green, whereas they kind of notice black. But you can't have dark green because it's this stupid preset colour. I want to be able to set my own colours, and I want to have all the stuff in dark green. I can't do it because this is horrible. See, it's still black. I don't want black. I want green. Sucks. Anyway, stop whinging now. Fur-lined hood, fur-lined robe, Coven's gloves, Highland trousers, Coven's slippers. Items wise, we have got pellet bow, and then the 2 sword ones from Twitch drops. As for amount, go down to the stable, and then we'll get into the build, and I might actually do some gameplay on the rogue. We've gone for the old Nell again, nice and boring. No mount armor, no trophies, because I'm riding a boring brown horse, and the aesthetic of the character is not to be noticed. So we're even called Cunning Assassin Nobody Shadow, but I'm going to change that title soon. So this character is geared to go into the capstone dungeon, which is why most things are upgraded quite far, if not max. Some of the items are only upgraded to level 5, purely to get the challenge of leveling up an item to level 5. So I haven't done the gear on the other characters, but they're still way in the early game, and this is the only character that has got into the mid game. Level 64, going on to 65. Once I get to 68, I'm going to do the capstone dungeon. Excuse me. So going to the gear. So we've got Cheat Doom on our helm. It's Dex regen cooldown reduction with red for life. I haven't imprinted the chest because honestly I haven't found one that I like to go on the chest. So, and I've got the one that should be on a chest elsewhere on another piece because of the way the gears work. So, gloves, these are really good gloves for my build and the way I like to play it. So we've got lucky hit chance, reduce time, +3 on twisting blades, and then crit chance, which is why this got upgraded to level 5 because it's almost perfect stats. And then we've got on there the surprise, which is not a codex, it's a drop only. And I love surprise because that means I can go in, I can drop my 2 traps, I can evade, which drops the grenades and stuns everything. And then I shadow step onto the elite if there is one. That gets stunned because shadow step. And then I can evade again if I want to. Not only that, having 3 evade, going through dungeons, specifically dungeons that I haven't done that I get a nightmare sigil for, I run those to get the dungeon codex for, and then I can get the points for my glyphs. And so most of the time on those ones I'm just running through the dungeon looking for targets. With Dark Shroud up and the 3 evade points, shadow step, I can get most of these nightmare dungeons done in about 3 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes, because I'm ignoring everything. And I'm not looking for drops. The gear is pretty much set up, ready to go into the capstone. So let's look at the leggings. Here we've got this obedience on there. That's the codex one with the life in the sock, dodge chance, damage reduction against poison, which most of them are from the poison trap. Boots, we've gone for all the evade chances because then I've got 3 evade. Works with the surprise on the gloves. This has got the wind striker on there again. I think these are how they dropped. So it's got movement speed on there, plus dodge, plus energy cost reduction, and +2 to shadow step. This is a stat stick because I don't use any marksman skills that uses a bow. So we've got dex, skill damage, ultimate skill damage, damage to affected by trap skills, damage to cryo control. And then, of course, we've got the imprinted Blade Dancer for the twisting blades. Again, as you can see, it's a codex entry because it's the lowest level. Over to our amulet. I'm not sure where I got this from. I got it from somewhere. Don't know where. We've got that protecting on there. I don't like it. I hate it because it knocks everything back. But it was on the thing, and I don't think I had one on there. And this has got the cooldown reduction for the traps, plus energy cost reduction, plus a bit of damage, and crit chance to get injured. So, got the blast trapper. Again, that's a codex imprint. Crit damage, vuln damage, overpower, and damage to injury on the ring. And finally, this one, we've got Ravenous, which is awesome because I can just stab away with my twisting blades, evade away, blades come out, kill all non-elites between me and it. I can evade back in or shadow step back into the elite, and that dies. Done. And then on the swords, we've got the Dark Shroud one here, which is how it dropped. I'm not sure why I said that word like that, but it's done now, so it's in the video. I ain't changing it. This was just a sword that dropped as is, and I just put it on there because it was better than the last one. And then finally, we've got our Edgemaster on this sword, which damage slowed, injured, and damage over time. So that's all the gear. Abilities wise, I've gone through a lot of changes on the skills to find out how I like to play this particular build. So we're going to go through the points all the way at the top. Obviously, puncher through to fundamental for the vulnerable. Twisting blades at max rank 5, plus the item contribution into enhanced and advanced for the cooldown reduction. 3 point sturdy, 3 point siphoning strikes, which is why I don't die on world bosses. It's that simple. 1 point into shadow step plus 2 item contribution through to methodical, so they're stunned. Doesn't work on world bosses, but everything else it does, including dungeon bosses, most of them anyway. Weapon mastery, 3 points into concuss, 1 point into trick attacks, 1 point into rapid gambits. Come down, Dark Shroud, enhanced and subverting for the extra movement point. Without this, you die lots, rogues, unless you're good. Dark Shroud, in my opinion, should be in all builds because the defensive mechanics plus that extra movement speed is godly. 1 point into poison trap, 1 point into enhanced, We don't use either of the upgrades here because the 10% increased damage is not worth it, and we don't use any imbuement skills in this build, so that one's pointless. 3 points into exploit and malice. Down here we put 3 points into debilitating toxins, 1 into deadly venom as a travel point to get alchemical advantage. Down here we come obviously into Death Trap and 3 points there, 3 points into Aftermath because Death Trap, if done right on mobs, comes off cooldown very quickly, so we are getting our energy back quickly as well to allow us to stab things. Trap Mastery, 1 point in Innovation, 1 point in Adrenaline Rush for 3 points in Haste, and then finally we hit on Exposure. As for the Paragon board, I'm almost coming up on my third board. So this is as per max roll for the Death Trap Rogue. So it's just quite simply straight through here up to Prime, straight up around to collect these nodes to get the glyph. If you haven't got a glyph to put in there, I'd go up for Lawless, then come back down and get the glyph, around the travel nodes to get Skillful. Up through here into Deadly Ambush board, so you want the Deadly Ambush there and the glyph up here. As you can see how I've done this. Like I said, I've just copied max roll, straight over to Trapper, up through there to the glyph to get Diminish, there for Engineering, there for Cunning, up here for the stats. Eventually I'll get this to level 15 and I'll get all the stats, blah blah blah. Down through here, down for Spring Loaded. And then we're going into the third board soon-ish. I don't know what that's going to be. I haven't looked that far ahead. On my Rogue, I've unlocked all of the glyphs, and so far I've only done enough Nightmare Dungeons to get my first glyph up to level 6. So I've got to do a ton more Nightmare Dungeons to level this up. Then I'll start leveling up Diminish, and then I'll go into whichever one is next on the board. So that's that. Do I haven't checked to see if I've only got decent sigils. What's this? 211. Have I done that one? Dry Steps. Galorum Slums. I don't know. Where is it? Probably not. I don't think I've done any dungeons, have I? I've done 3, so the chances are maybe not. Right, let's just activate it anyway. Boom. Bop. Up for the waypoint. No, we haven't. Look, this would be a new dungeon. Yay! Right, where are we? Oh, is that right near a waypoint? Nice. I'm also not hand picking my elixirs. I'm just going in there and using ones I've already found. Is this going to be a side quest for the thingies? Just skip it. No, it's not. Oh well, okay, we'll just untrack that then, go away. Boom. I know I should be dungeons when I've got the side quests, but whatever. So the XP in these dungeons aren't great. I can get more out of doing Hell Tides and Tree of Whispers. So again, this is how I run things when I just want to run through them. I'm not even stopping for chests or events. We've got to look for the prisoners, so that's what we'll do. Run straight past these. Evade fire set. There goes the stun grenade so they don't follow. If this is cursed, we'll ignore it. It's not. Right, activate the thing again. Get that movement speed going. Right, so we've now dropped the traps. They're all going to be dead and or crowd control, so we can grab the prisoner. Drop the stun grenades there, grab this one. Evade, drop the stun, grab this one. Yep, we got it. Dark Shroud is still on cooldown. There it goes again. So we've got 2 more prisoners to go. We will kill these because of that elite. I am stunned. Why am I stunned? Go away. Stop stunning me. Oh, because they're gorgeous. Yeah, there we go. I'm not worried about those. Did we get that prisoner? No, we didn't. Right, let's try again. There we go. Just get rid from there. Sucker healing potion. We are going to kill these. Oh. Our death trap done. There we go. That's it. Drop that. Oh, that wasn't very fortuitous. These poison bugs are giving all damage. Usually I don't take this much damage. I very rarely use poisons. Can I get through this? No, they're just going to kill me. So we do need to kill these bugs because the amount of, why is it these bugs in every single Diablo game do way too much damage? Right, there we go. Now we need it. I'll pick that letter up. We're not going to hear it because, you know. 3, 2, 1. Boom, get that up. Right, we're going with the shadow step. We lay the traps, and then we just pound, and it's dead. Got the gel key. I don't know where we're going, but that's the wrong way. So we'll just go that through there. Over to here. Is this the way? There we go. Oh no, not a kill everything. Oh, this is going to slow me down. I hate these ones. So bad. Especially when you get the poison and the wraiths. Why can't I do it? What is going on? Let me hit them. Have I got lag? No, she's being annoying. There we go. Oh, get out of that. Yeah, there's lag. We have lag. Not what you want on a rogue. Oh, that's still on cooldown. Drop all that lot, they all die. Come over here, kill this thing. Well, that's that. There we go. Come back over here. Everything's dead. Oh, I'm already bored. This is why I don't like doing dungeons. The kill all one is just annoying. Especially when he does that. Non-sacred unique, that's going to be for codex power only if it's any good, and it's maxed, or it's surprise. I do need surprises and non-codex one, which I do use. 11 left. See, what's the point of saying there's a massive influx of creatures if it doesn't actually go against the number of creatures that I left? That's just pointless. Let's kill everything. There we go. It's a teleport or a shot glance. I can't remember now. Oh, there we go. Kill that. Don't make me do that. You're dead. Dodge out of that. There we go. Oh, got hit by that one. Whoops. Okay. So we went through all of that lot. Now it's to kill the boss. And if it's, yep. There it is. Boss is dead. Don't even know why I still had the gel key. Must be a reason. And there we go. That's the gameplay of the level 64 Twisting Blades / Trap Rogue. You can get the basic build from Max Roll. It's on there as an endgame rogue. It's labelled as Death Trap. I've made some changes for my personal choice. So you can either follow the way I did it and rip through nightmare dungeons, or any dungeons really. Like that. I'm not even going to bother checking gear. We're straight over to the blacksmith. Everything just gets sacrificed. Kaboomy. Let's check these out. What's that got on it? Nope, we don't need that. It's not max. What's this one? 24%. Nope, we don't want that either. And this has got lowest roll of trickster, so that can go as well. Boom, done. I'm not interested in spending resources or hundreds of thousands of gold sorting out my gear when my gear is already good enough. I just want the paragon points to make sure that when I go into that capstone dungeon, I can complete it without too much issue. So I'm aiming to be 68 when I go in there. So it's another 3.5 levels, which won't take me long as I do Hell Tides and Tria Whispers. Do the world boss and any Legion events that come up. I ain't doing that tonight. I am tired. It is 8:45 p.m. Why can't I have 24-hour clock? It's 20:45 p.m. BST, British Summer Time, which is GMT +1 to help you do calculations. I don't know what it is in US time. Apologies, I'm not that good at remembering that kind of stuff. But anyway, that's what I've been up to in Diablo 4. Mainly focusing on my rogue. It might not look like much, but if you follow me on Twitter, you would have seen that I've now got 100% on Fractured Peaks. I managed to track down all the side quests. And now I've also done Scosglen. It took me 12 hours of research and about 28 to 30 hours of grinding to go from 42 to 47. It then took me about an hour to do over 12, I think it was 12 or 13 dungeons, and most of the hour was travelling because the dungeons in Scosglen are ridiculously far away from the waypoints. But as you see, I don't pick up a lot of gear, and all I was doing them was for the codex power. I wasn't interested in gear or XP, so I was just charging through the dungeon to complete it to get the point. So we've got the first two areas complete on the first character. The next step is dry steps. I'm not that far away really. I've got areas, waypoints, strongholds and altars. I've just got to go and do the side quests and the dungeons. I'm going to try and wait until I'm in World Tier 4 to do the dungeons. I want to try and get the side quests, and that is tomorrow's job, Wednesday. Next video will be out maybe Friday, which will be Path of Exile, and then on Sunday I'll do my No Man's Sky. They'll be labelled like that on the YouTube channel, only on YouTube, not monetized as per previous video. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.